this setup, see if it works. So we're on beautiful Montana Avenue, El Paso, Texas. I'm gonna head out going towards the Guadalupe Mountains, towards Carlsbad, New Mexico. Not that far though. I changed some settings on my camera. The files were so big, I think it's because I had that 12 megapixels. I had that going on, and so it took a lot of space on my hard drive. So I moved it down, I think, to 5 megapixels. Not exactly sure, but anyway, we'll see once I get back. Beautiful day, overcast, so we don't have all this 100-degree heat like we've had here recently with all the direct sunlight. So kind of really nice day actually for me. So I kind of want to play with this new microphone I got. See how the setup is. I hear a lot of side noise with wind and everything, but once I actually download on the computer, I want to see how it sounds. I also want to see how long batteries last. To include my phone, I have the GoPro app. So I'm using that to kind of gauge my, what my camera's looking at. Oh yeah, get some adult video going on there. I don't know how those stores are open. I mean, you can get all the porn you want for free online. I don't know why you need to go to one of those places. And everybody has a phone. But I suppose you just need sticky floors to get the full experience. I've gone out this way before, going to Carlsbad Caverns. I did go out to the Guadalupe Mountains one time, and I climbed not the entire mountain. Hey, you should get your lane there, girl. Not the entire mountain, but there's some stretches out there where you can go on some of the hikes. I went one day. It was pretty cool. Apparently they hit a lot of natural gas reserves out here doing that, fracking or something like that. So another adult drive-in. Yeah. So the expectation is El Paso, which is a growing community anyway. But the expectation is El Paso is going to grow, continue to expand, and geographically it is a pretty big place. I think there's over 1 million people here in the city. Of course there's a large illegal population, and that's just not my reasoning. When the what's those people that in your cities and stuff, census people or what have you, they even mention that there's probably 1/3 of the population here in El Paso that's illegal or non-registered immigrants, or whatever proper terminology is today for it. Undocumented, there you go, undocumented immigrants. And they come brief this to the students here at the military academy where I used to work. Every year they come down and they brief the students on welcome to El Paso and Sun City and all that business, and they actually put that information out. So but I digress. I haven't been down this road in a long time, at least a year. This thing just keeps going. Matter of fact, last time I went on this road, I had my Harley Road Glide when I went out to do the hike in the Guadalupe. There's actually a property out here that I was interested in. Had an indoor swimming pool, one story, all that, and it looked like it was pretty close, but it was like way the hell out here. And I mean, this right now traffic's good, but during the time people are going to work, even this road gets kind of congested. But I believe it was out that way off to my left over here. I mean, it had like 6 acres of land, which of course you can't get in the city. It's too, the way the city divides things up and everything. Lots of salvage yards. Obviously El Paso, border town. Got a lot of that kind of stuff around here. A lot of old automobiles, salvage titles. So I will say this, if you're not familiar with El Paso, every Chevrolet HRR, PT Cruiser, and Pontiac Aztek ever built is here in this damn city. Now I loathe the PT Cruisers. One, I think they're the ugliest thing on the road. Two, I actually had a rental vehicle one time when I was in the Army. They gave me a PT Cruiser with that little 2.4 liter 4-cylinder. That thing was the biggest dog I have ever put my foot down on. It rattled, it shook, it made noise. I despise it. And here in El Paso, they're usually the culprit of driving in the left lane. They got the headliners all ripped out in them. You name it. Everything that would disgust me about a fellow person on the road, I can lump that into the PT Cruiser category. If you own one, God bless you. You're doing everybody else a service by not having to get one. Just a preference thing, I can't stand them. So as we're finally leaving the outskirts of El Paso, heading east, I get to go through this little canyon up here, which is kind of cool. And once we're through that, it's like straight shot. And you can see the distance there, 130 miles to the caverns. And again, once you go over top of this little mountain range, you don't see anything. Now, a lot of people I know that ride motorcycles, especially sport bike riders, they get out here and like to head out this direction. And the reason is it's not very well patrolled. It's not very well used, unless it's a large, you know, large 18-wheelers, whatever. So, you know, not a lot of police. So folks get out there and kind of test their top speed, I guess. Excuse me. Test their top speed, and yeah, you know what? If you're gonna, something bad goes wrong, it's probably gonna be just you. So you'll be the only fatality, injury, whatever. So I guess, you know, if you want to do that, that's your business, and you're not going to put a lot of other people at risk. So be it. I spent a lot of time in Germany, and while in Europe, driving, you know, in the autobahns where there's in many stretches no speed limit, and you got a few of those people that will just go out there to open it up, and you know, you can do that because the other folks on the road know to stay out of the left-hand lane unless they're passing. All the kind of rules that go with European driving, people actually kind of pay attention to those over there. Here in the States, man, you can't get people to get out of the goddamn left lane, and which causes, in my opinion, a lot more traffic accidents, problems, what have you, than people going fast. You know, and I'm one of those people that I go over the speed limit. I know that. I rarely go the speed limit, especially on highways. You know, residential areas, stuff like that, yeah, of course, you're going to slow it down. You know, but if it says 70, I'm going 75. If it says 75, I'm probably going 80. And that's not really fast. And I get passed by people all the time going a hell of a lot more than that. But, you know, I go a little bit over the speed limit. But you got folks here that'll, speed limit 60 miles an hour, they'll be doing 58 to 60 in the left-hand lane. People are passing them on the right, which in my opinion is very dangerous. Plus it leads to road rage, leads to all those other things that causes problems. So, yeah, people that are probably, if anyone watches this, are probably good stewards of the road, and they pass and pull over to the right once they pass. Now, me being an avid motorcyclist, I can tell you that we're our own worst enemies a lot of the times. You know, guys don't want to, they just want to sit in the left lane. They'll get in these large groups and just ride the left lane and piss everybody else off that's in a four-wheel vehicle. And you know, it's like, why, man? You know, motorcycle clubs, whatever, you know, group rides. Yeah, okay, you're on a motorcycle, you got some good stuff. I like all motorcycles. Actually, I love all motorcycles. It don't really matter what type. And you know, treat the road the same way a car would. You know, you pass, and get back over when you're done. Don't get angry if a car pulls up behind you because they want to pass. Just get the hell out of the way. It'll be alright. So I recently got rid of my Harley Road Glide, and not because anything was wrong with the vehicle, because I absolutely loved it. It was a beautiful motorcycle. It had Laguna orange paint, which is, in my opinion, the best looking paint ever put on a vehicle, period, hands down. They only made it, I think, 2017. But I'm getting ready to go to Germany, and I have this 2017 R1200 GS BMW, which I love. This thing is, man, this thing's awesome. You know, it's got the right amount of power. It's not overpowered, it's not underpowered. It has an upright seating position. And I have, my knees and back are kind of bad for all those years in the Army, and the Road Glide with the backrest was decent. Like, I could actually do pretty well on it. My wife loved it. She absolutely loved riding the back of it. So the bike was really comfortable in that regards, but there was a couple times here where I actually put the kickstand down and went to, rested on the kickstand, and my feet kind of slipped on, the little gravel or, dirt on top of the pavement, on top of the parking lot. And, the side stand kind of caught it, but, my knees, the way they are, I tweaked them a couple times, because that thing's like 850, 900 pounds. So, I caught it a couple times, and I was like, damn, man, I mean, this thing goes down, if I lose my grip or whatever one of these days, especially with my wife on the back, it's gonna be awful. So, I'm going to Germany. I have X amount of pounds of household goods I can ship. I didn't want to, this thing's like 520 pounds, I think. I didn't want to ship almost another 1,000 pounds worth of just a motorcycle in my household goods. So that was a deciding factor. So I had to choose between the two. And I had a lot of equity built up in the Harley anyway. So I sold it outright to a guy who's really enjoying it. He's a retired military service member too, which is great. I think he got a good deal, especially with all the things I did to it. But yeah, it found a good home, and when I come back from Germany, hell, I don't know, I may even get one while I'm over there. They have a Harley dealership there at the military installation. So, I mean, I could technically, if I wanted to, I could technically get another one. I don't think I will, but not until I get back for good. And even then, I don't know, man, that